Forbidden knowledge, apocryphal texts, and lost civilizations. Forbidden knowledge comprises information that religious, scientific, or political authorities have suppressed, ridiculed, or overlooked. Non-canonical documents, esoteric traditions, inconvenient archaeological artifacts, and theories that challenge the official narrative. Such material is not necessarily false. It is merely difficult to fit into rigid paradigms. Accepting it would redraw moral and epistemic maps, forcing us to view the gatekeepers of truth with a critical eye. At the same time, revelations from the forbidden sphere widen the frontiers of human imagination, reminding us that what we know is provisional. Apocryphal writings left outside the biblical canon often undermine religious hierarchies. The Book of Enoch tells of the Watchers, celestial beings who share astronomy and metallurgy with humankind, disturbing the divine order. The Gospel of Thomas proclaims that the kingdom is inside you, privileging inner experience over ritual. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene portrays her as Jesus' confidant, challenging patriarchy. The Qumran manuscripts expose Jewish communities with divergent theologies, showing that plurality of belief was the rule rather than the exception. Göbekli Tepe, Baalbek, and the submerged structures of Cambay point to societies capable of monumental engineering millennia before Sumer. 100-ton megaliths and astronomical alignments hint at forgotten cycles of peak and collapse. The hypothesis of a global cataclysm at the end of the Younger Dryas, around 10,800 BCE, remains marginal, yet it raises a question. If humanity once reached a high technological level, how fragile is progress really? The notion of a single summit of contemporary civilization becomes a comforting illusion. Suppressing knowledge serves the maintenance of power. Admitting advanced prehistoric civilizations would require rewriting textbooks and abandoning anthropocentrism. Religious institutions would lose their monopoly over creation, and academies over epistemology. When an idea cannot be integrated, it is labeled heretical or ridiculed. The ban thus becomes a mechanism of self-protection for elites, rarely one of public safety. Forbidden knowledge does not demand blind belief, but disciplined skepticism and simultaneous openness. For the individual, the challenge is to consult varied sources and tolerate ambiguity. For society, it is to cultivate critical education, not obedience. Instead of asking, "Is it allowed?" a researcher should ask, "Is it demonstrable?" Today, censorship acts through algorithms. If information does not match a user's profile, it becomes invisible. Although access to data has exploded, echo chambers shrink our horizon. Specialists warning about AI bias or climate collapse reincarnate the medieval scholar excommunicated for blasphemous ideas. Some platforms reduce the reach of controversial content without deleting it, perpetuating the illusion of transparency. Media literacy becomes self-defense, the ability to detect framing techniques, verify sources, and avoid confusing popularity with truth. Integrating marginal elements into a flexible narrative may provide solutions to current crises. Awareness of civilizational cycles warns of ecological and technological imbalances. Spiritually, accepting plurality reduces fanaticism. No information is dangerous in itself. Dogmatism and fear are. When curiosity meets responsibility, models emerge that can prevent the repetition of past mistakes. History is a palimpsest. Beneath the visible layer lie erased passages waiting to be deciphered. The curiosity to read them turns us from spectators into co-authors of the future. If we cross the forbidden zones, we discover that reality is broader and more promising than our textbooks suggest. Every question becomes a new light on the map of the unknown. Peace in the heart, clarity in the mind, and courage in the quest.